The unofficial start of football season here at Mac Media Day 2013 edition. Greg Steiner with head coach Ron English as we get ready for the upcoming year. Coach, Media Day, hard to imagine that the summer has gone by, but you look relaxed, ready, and fully energized.
The older you get, the faster it goes. You know that. So it's been a fast summer, but it's been a good summer, productive.
Well, it's been a summer that I think a lot of people have renewed hope for this program. You make a lot of changes on your staff, and you take over a role that you're very familiar with. I know we talked a lot about it in the spring, but now that you've had time to adjust, how does it feel to know you're going to have a bigger role in the defense than you have had in past years?
Well, first off, it just feels very stable. It feels like the players have been here a while, and, you know, even with the transition, what's interesting is it just feels like the guys have been here a long time. I think because we hired guys who either we had past ties with or really a philosophical agreement. So, and then to be back coaching the defense is just rejuvenating. It's rejuvenating. I'm excited. And I'm really happy to go to work every day because I know I can influence outcomes.
Defensively, you got a guy here with you today, Kalanji Kashama, that was a big force. He's a guy that's already been drafted by the CFL, and I know he's a guy that has plenty of playing time under you. Talk about what he's going to mean to your side of the defensive line.
He's healthy, and he brings a lot of maturity, and he's played a lot of football, but for the first time in the better part of 2 years, he's been healthy, and so he's been able to train hard all summer, get stronger. And so I think that's what he's going to bring. He's going to bring a calming influence, a presence, and some leadership there. So I'm excited to watch him have a great senior year.
Something I know you're really excited about is the speed, overall team speed, defensively in your secondary. I know you've got a lot that you got coming back, especially 4 guys back there that have plenty of talent and time on the field.
Sure, we have, really to be good on defense, you got to be able to play with about 3 or 4 corners and 3 or 4 safeties, and I think we have that. And those top guys are really fast. They can really run. And even, our will linebacker position can really run, and we're going to play with a nickel back, and that guy can run. And so I'm excited about when you can run, now all of a sudden big plays don't become big plays, and that's what I'm looking for defensively.
On the offensive side of the ball, Lincoln Hansen's here with the Eagles on Media Day, a rock on that line that created holes for your 3-headed running attack that you're going to run out there, and Bronson Hill, and of course Darius Jackson and Tyler Brumfield. But he means a lot to that line.
Well, he's played a lot, and he's such a solid human being, and so you can win with those type of guys. He'll play the right tackle for us, and he just brings stability, a lot of game experience. I think he started the better part of the last 2 years, and so those backs are dynamic, but you have to block up front, and I think he'll help us do that.
Skill positions, we saw the emergence of Hill last year, and then Tyler Benz earned a lot of playing time coming on at starting those last 9 games. That has to make you feel pretty good to know 2 guys that have known the playbook and got some plenty of experience with Stan Parrish.
Well, plus Tyrese Russell. I think he's a guy who we're going to plug right in at that tight end position. He's going to do great things. He's a 6'3", 245-pound guy who's athletic and can run. And I think, Greg, you've watched him grow up, and I think it's his time. And then I think at the wide receiver position we'll have some guys that step up. But as you mentioned, with Bronson coming back and really understanding what's going on, Darius Jackson I think is just an absolute stud. I love Darius Jackson. And then with Benz at the quarterback position under the tutelage of Stan, I think he'll calm down and be a good football player.
People sometimes grow leery of the wide receiver position, but I think a lot of that, surprisingly, people forget you were playing so much youth. Really, Donald Scott is the only upperclassman at a wideout position.
That's right. And Demarius Reed comes back. He's going to be a good football player. Jay Jones, he comes back. He's going to be a good football player. Dustin Krill played a lot as a true freshman. He's going to be a good football player. So there's some guys in there that, as you mentioned, were freshmen, first time really having to count on them that I think will emerge.
A lot of years we've gone in talking, well, it was the new bubble or the new locker room. What's kind of the new flashy thing that Eastern gets to roll out this year?
The new football coaching. I mean, now we're pretty stable in our facilities, and it just takes a load off to not have to do that all off season. You know, last year I was raising money for the locker room and trying to see that into completion, and really we were displaced for the first 2 weeks of camp. So all that stuff, you know, if your field's not ready and all the little distractions hurt. Well, for the first time, I mean, it's amazing because May, June, and July, all I've been doing is putting a playbook together, doing personnel, all football. And of course, when I can do that, I'm a happy man. And so that's really what it's all about right now. It's about football.
Well, and football-wise, camp opens on the 4th when everybody moves in. It'll be a fast camp because Howard's on the 31st of August. And really, it's a game that we need everybody out in Eagle Nation out there for to create that big home field advantage.
Sure. I think the fans, you know, if they give this team a chance, they'll be pleasantly surprised. I know what everybody thinks, and based on last year and all that, but, you know, this is my first rodeo, and the teams that I've been a part of that have been building processes, they fluctuate. You know, they have a year where they get to 500, and they might have a year that they don't meet expectations, and then they break through. That's really what I expect from this team. That happened to me at Cal as a player. That happened to us at Arizona State. And so I just expect this team to be a very good football team, a very explosive football team, and a team that people are going to have to deal with because when you can run, it creates problems.
Well, the doubters are going to say what they will, but you don't go from 2011 MAC Coach of the Year to not knowing what you're doing overnight. We appreciate your time, and before we know it, we'll be doing practice logs out on the field.
Thanks for the kind words.
Hey, thanks for tuning in here on Eagle All Access 2013 Media Day edition. With more camp updates as we proceed here on Eagle All Access. I'm Greg Steiner. He's head coach Ron English. Thanks for watching.